आप अपने आप पे ध्यान ही नहीं दे पा रहे हो because we don't have time, because of the lives that we are living in. What are the type of thoughts that you have? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like, I've achieved everything? We are easily able to connect with anybody who we want. Like suddenly I keep questioning myself, make it work the way you want to make it work. Everything in this universe is energy. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast Beyond the Peel, your journey to self transformation. A lot of people ask me that how do you get so much done in your daily life? Like, I am working full time, 9 to 5. I have two very, very active children, like one is 6 and one is 2. You can imagine how active they are throughout the day. My daughter doesn't go to school yet, the 2-year-old doesn't go to school yet, so she's there at home with me and I'm managing her alongside working. Then I cook meals 3-4 times a day, fresh meals. I take out time for myself. I do whatever a normal person would otherwise do in their daily routine. I take out time for recording these videos. I take out time for my business, and whenever I need to post on social media, I do that as well. And many people think, like, how are you managing all of that? If you are interested to know the one productivity hack that I follow to the core so religiously, then do keep watching because I'm going to share that in just a second. Alright, so let's face it, all of us are, so busy in our lives that taking out time to do something separately sometime can be very overwhelming. Most of the people actually quit before even thinking about doing something extra from their daily routines. I know a lot of my friends, they either have like one child, and some of them don't even have children, and they are just doing their 9 to 5 job, and they are like, I don't have time to do anything else. And then they are comparing themselves to me, saying, how are you doing? You have 2 kids, you're doing your work, you're doing your business, you're managing your home and everything. So how do I do that? So a very simple productivity hack, I'm calling it productivity hack, although I don't look at it that way, it's just a thing that I do in my daily life, is I utilize my time which I do for monotonous chores. So maybe when I am like washing dishes, maybe when I am maybe chopping vegetables, or I'm cooking, or I am making my children take bath, or maybe I don't know, doing some things which are so monotonous in our lives and I just have to do them because it is required. I use that time for thinking. I use that time for decision making. So if I have to get one task done, I will not like close the rooms and just sit there and say all my family members that I'm just going, don't disturb me for 4 or 5 hours, because I'm sure people who have kids at home can really understand that it's very difficult to get a continuous couple of hours for yourself if you want to do something, and that's the luxury I don't have as well. If my kids were grown up, it would be a different story, but at this point I literally have to be present with them all the time. I can get maybe half an hour or an hour at max in a quiet mode. So what I do to accomplish one big task is that I divide that big task into small tasks, and I basically utilize the time when I am not sitting on my desk and doing that particular task, but I'm doing other chores like maybe washing dishes, washing clothes, drying the clothes, or whatever. I use that time for thinking. So if I have suppose a big task, if I suppose want to make this YouTube video, so there are multiple things that I've got to do. Obviously for recording the video I need half an hour or 1 hour in my room, that's non-negotiable. But if I have to think about topic, right, I have to think about what do I want to say, basically script that video. I have to think about what are the real life examples that I can leverage that I should be talking about in the video. I have to think about the order. If I'm doing a sequence video, which video should I call out? How does this whole thing relate to the entire podcast of self transformation and things like that? So you see, there are multiple things that needs to be done in order to accomplish the final goal, which is recording one YouTube video. So the thinking of all of that is what I do when I'm doing these monotonous chores, which means suppose I am doing the dishes, so that's when maybe I'll start thinking about okay, I want to do this video, but how should I frame it? I do this video first and it becomes like a series video. And how does this relate to my entire podcast of self transformation? What are the things which will be useful for the audience who's watching this? Oh, this one person had once commented on an older video, and I think that might be a good topic to cover around. So you see, a lot of thinking needs to happen to accomplish this one goal of recording a YouTube video. Now, if I were to do all of this thinking and planning and plotting by sitting on my desk, I will never do it. It's not possible for me to get so much time because I'm working full time till 5 p.m. and then after that I have my family responsibilities, I have my kids, and I have to cook dinner and stuff like that. So if I in order to record one YouTube video, if I literally need a couple of hours of thinking, including the recording part as well, I would never be able to get this far in my YouTube journey if I started doing that. So instead of that, I use the time which I get from these monotonous tasks when I'm in my kitchen, when I am doing something which I have to do to get on with my life. I use that time for decision making, for thinking about it, so that I've done all the thinking. Now half an hour I'll sit on my desk, I'll put all my thoughts in a document on my computer, and then I'll block another half an hour some other day to do the recording. So you see how I have accomplished that task over and over again. Now when I'm recording this, it's almost 1.5 years that I'm on my YouTube journey. I'm posting videos every week without fail. Now obviously I just spoke that the video needs to get recorded, and then I have to send it to my video editor to get it edited as well, so that I give him the time to edit the video, and then I have to sit on my desk to upload the video. I have to create a thumbnail, I have to think about what title do I give it this video, what description I give this video, and stuff like that. So there are a lot of things which needs to happen, but it's not necessary that I sit on my desk for each and everything. Without sitting on my desk, I do that when I'm doing all of these monotonous courses. Okay, so that is one thing that I follow religiously. If you are hands full like me all the time, like I wouldn't wait for my kids to be 18 before I start thinking about myself. I would not recommend doing that as well. Whatever situation of life you are in, I think you are in charge of that. You have to decide how you want to mold your daily routines or weekly routines or monthly routines so that you can get things accomplished. Now everybody, all of us are doing our 9 to 5s. All of us are eating foods every day. All of us are in a good position, like we have secured time for Netflix binging. I do that as well. I'm not saying that let's just cut all the fun element from our life. I cannot do it. I binge watch a lot of TV shows. I do see a lot of comedy serials, whatever. So I do take out time for myself as well. But how do we plan our day and week and month and years is what matters at the end of the day. So this is what I really do follow religiously, and I think that has really helped me accomplish whatever I want to accomplish in my life. I'm not saying that I've accomplished everything and I am like the best productivity guru out there or whatever. To be honest, I don't go online and check for productivity hacks. This is something that I figured out on my own because of the way situation was, because I have my hands full and my mind full with 2 active children in the house in order to manage my family. I've recently moved abroad and here I don't even have an house help. So I have to do literally A to Z for me and my family every single day. I think all of us are doing that. I think doing it in a smarter way wherein you are not compromising on things that you really want to do at the sake of compromising your daily routines. All right, now I cannot go and say that I'm not going to cook food for you all, go manage yourself. I cannot do it. I don't want to do it. I think all of us watching this video probably are in the similar situation. We don't want to do it. We don't have to do it. That is why embrace wherever you are and just find a better way to accomplish things. Just focus on things that matter and just get rid of things that do not serve you really well, right? So just look at your routines every day. What are the things that you're doing excessively which are not really serving you well? Are you like binge watching Netflix, or are you scrolling on social media too much, like for a couple of hours a day? Just maybe try to cut down on that and utilize that time to accomplish your personal goals. I think that is really important. So That's what I wanted to share. Now, the main reason why does it work, right? So when we engage in these monotonous chores like washing dishes, doing clothes, folding clothes, or doing all of these monotonous tasks, our brain enters into a autopilot mode. Like our brain knows that I have to do it. When I'm washing dishes, I know I have to take the dishwash liquid, put it on a scrub and just rub it and then rub it on. So my brain knows all of that. It's on autopilot mode. It knows now I'm not struggling every day that how do I wash dishes. Now that information is fed in my brain. It is running on autopilot mode. So because of which what happens, it allows our minds to wander and engage in a deep creative thinking. Since our brain is running on autopilot and I know what to do, I don't have to use my brain every day to wash dishes. I utilize that portion of my brain to think about something that I want to accomplish. That is the basic scientific reason behind it. So we are basically freeing up our cognitive resources which would otherwise be used for decision making. So for example, if you start doing something new, so you are not only using your physical energy but you're using your mental energy as well. You are basically decision making, right? If at all you already knew how to do this thing, that information is stored in your brain, you don't have to use your mental energy. You just have to use your physical energy to chop vegetables, to do the dishes, to fold the clothes, to make your children take bath, whatever that, to take bath yourself. So your brain is running in autopilot and you're not using any of your brain energy. So but you are still spending time on that. You're still spending 1 hour in your kitchen to do things that you want to do. So why not utilize that 1 hour of your mental energy in that 1 hour to think about things that you really want to do to accomplish a particular task. So this is as simple as that. So utilize the mental energy in that time when you're not using your brain, and your kids will not disturb you when you're in kitchen or when you're doing these, because those things needs to be done. So since your mind is completely free of these, so utilize that time to think about something that you really want to in order to accomplish a particular task. Now you must be wondering, but how do I harness this power of monotonous work to enhance my thinking, right? First and foremost, identify the monotonous tasks that you're doing in your day-to-day life. Like I've given my example very well. I do a lot of work around cooking, around maybe folding clothes, around cleaning, mopping, sweeping, and a lot of these things. Sometimes, when I'm making my children get ready, usually my husband does half of the work, but whatever time that I am spending for my household chores, a couple of these, I think you've got to figure out in your routine what are those things that you have to do in order to live a life. What are those things that you're doing in which you're not using your brain, you are just doing it on an autopilot mode. Identify those things and then utilize that time for your mind to basically wander away and think about some more creative ideas. Okay. Now, second, embrace the idea of active rest. What does that mean? Now, instead of zoning out or mindlessly scrolling social media, engage in these monotonous tasks. So if you're engaging in these monotonous tasks, it's like you are basically doing two things. You are using your physical energy to do that task. Obviously, at the end of the day, you cooked a meal for yourself which is healthy rather than ordering, and at the same time you have also done that thinking of the work that you really need to do. So you've basically shot two birds with one stone. ऐसे कुछ है ना? So I think it's going to be beneficial and a win-win situation in both of these cases, because I know a lot of times I am on social media just scrolling endlessly, and then when I get off the phone I feel like a zombie. Like, what was I even doing? That whole information that I'm consuming from social media, what was I doing? It was an utter waste of time. Neither were I using my mental energy nor my physical energy. I was just sitting there like a zombie, not doing anything. That was a total waste of time. So I think embrace that period of active rest so that you can accomplish both physical and the mental tasks that you want to do. And finally, if at all you find that you are thinking a lot and you find that I need to be on my desk to write it, keep a notebook or something handy. I usually don't do it, but there are a lot of people who might find that their ideas get lost if they don't write it. So either, in your phone notepad, you can make a note of those things that you're thinking about, ideas that you've thought, or you could keep a notebook handy. Like I have a notebook in my kitchen wherein, suddenly I remember, oh, this thing is finished, and next time when we are going to order groceries, I'm going to add this to the list, because otherwise I 100% forget it. So just mold your routine based on whatever your personality is, but make sure that you are utilizing your mental energy in a way that's going to benefit you at the end of the day. So next time, if at all you find that you are, so busy, next time you think I'm so busy, or someone says me that I'm so busy, I'm going to send them this video. If you are busy, you have a lot of monotonous tasks in your day, just think that this is an opportunity for you to tap into the potential that you have. Use as time for thinking, and you will get beautiful results. I don't know if you've heard, but there's some famous celebrity who does the dishes every day. Was it Bill Gates? I don't remember. Someone, I've read it somewhere, which I realized later on, oh, I'm doing it as well. But anyways, I think that's the whole gist of it. Utilizing your time for monotonous work is giving you time to think for your own betterment. So with that, I'm going to wrap up the video. I hope this little productivity hack has been helpful for you. I just do it, as I said, like I did not Google any productivity hack. I just discovered it because I found that this is working out for me, and today here I am recording a video for you. Hopefully that helps you if you've not already gone through the videos which are for your benefit. So I think this in general ties with my end goal of you transforming your life for better, because if you are not going to think about yourself, no one else will. So utilize all the energy and all the power that you have within you to do things which are for your betterment, for your better future, right? With that, I'm going to wind up. I will see you all next week with another interesting topic. Bye-bye.